I don't know if you would be able to tell Caspian nobility, but you probably tell he has fine clothes and nice shiny armor, and probably an emblem of his house seal on his cape, and stuff like that.
What's his posture like? Does he kind of hold himself like a suave noble?
Um, I think he's not a slouch, but I don't think he's like pompous at all. I think he's just like you'd probably recognize him as some kind of nobility, but
Gotcha.
he's not like pompous.
All right. Well, I think Bernard will then kind of shuffle in once it seems like you guys are, kind of looking for your, you know, heading into town. Uh, I, pardon me, my lord. I cannot help but notice that it seems you are setting off on a journey into town. And well, I thought perhaps I happen to be a native of Drakkenheim. Is it possible that you may need a guide?
Oh, a native of Drakkenheim, you say? Why, yes, I'm Vesper Fritz of House Fritz, and I just lost my arcane hand bodyguard. He had other business to attend to. So we're short one. Who are you?
Waldencroft, sir, is the name. Bernard Waldencroft. I have been a servant in Drakkenheim before the cataclysm struck, and, well, I happen to be without a patron at the moment. Um, if you need someone to step in, I'm also very capable when it comes down to a scrape, if you need someone to pull weight in that manner, but I am more than happy to accommodate any belongings you need carried, food you need cooked, boots you need washed, if that would suit your needs.
You've been in
Oh,
Drakkenheim before.
Yes.
well, yes, I could use a squire, but you said you're capable in combat. Now, Drakkenheim, from my understanding, has a lot of monsters in it, and we plan to slay those monsters. Are you sure you'll be able to keep up with me?
Oh, a harrowing endeavor, sir. I will absolutely do my best. As it happens, I have encountered a number of nasty beasts that dwell within the city, though I will express a certain hmm, hesitation when it comes to engaging them. But you, sir, seem a very capable warrior. I'm sure within your shadow I will be a capable squire indeed.
Hmm. I'm just looking through my inventory real quick. I pull out my shark monster tooth and be like, "This was a mutated shark monster. Now, you see that tree over there? Give me an example. If a mutated shark monster would attack your lord, me, what would you do in defense of me?"
I would interpose myself between. I'm sorry, I may have misunderstood. Is the tree to represent the monster or you?
The tree is. I want you to attack the tree. Show me what you got.
Oh, yes. Well, uh, he. There's a moment of hesitation where he kind of like looks a little nervous and kind of glances around at the crowd. And well, here's the thing, my lord. I possess certain talents that come across as somewhat frightening to the uninitiated. He kind of hunches his shoulders a little bit to kind of, put his hand to his chest so that not a lot of people can see it, and he starts to. You see his fingers start to shift. The bones start to pop and kind of like elongate and stuff, and these very sharp claws extend themselves from the tips of his fingers. And he taps them against his chest, which you hear through his shirt. It seems like there's like almost like a carapace underneath. Like it sounds like, I mean, they don't. It doesn't exist in the world, but like tapping on plastic, like kind of a weird, hard, clacking noise. And he just kind of looks at you sheepishly, like, is this good enough for you?
I pull out my sword and I jump back and I'm like, "My gods, are you a monster, sir?"
Oh no.
There's a moment where Bernard just kind of blinks, like, "Oh boy, here we go," and he composes himself, and he goes, "I am sorry to alarm you, my good sir." He bows, very low. "I did not mean to alarm. No, I am not a monster in anything but form. My mind is untouched by my physical condition, though if it does upset you that much, I can refrain from transforming in your presence."
Well, you don't sound like a monster. Monsters wouldn't reason with me and ask me to be my squire, so. Right, Arlen? He's not a monster?
He seems sound of mind, but on top of that, even if we do find a monster, remember, we are just outside of town. Let's not go too crazy.
Yeah. Well. Well, our current quest is slay ratling, so you can make these claws, right? So I don't know. Attack the tree. Let me see what you got.
You see, Bernard looks very uncomfortable with like exhibiting his talents here in the middle of town. But he's like, "Well, if you insist, sir." And he goes
I'm
over
just
there.
like watching with my hands on my hips, just like head in the air. Like, come on, show me what you got.
Oh dear. Well, I will go up to the tree, and I don't have my natural weapons built into my character sheet yet. But assuming I hit the tree automatically, do I need to roll?
Yeah, just roll whatever the damage roll would be.
Gotcha. Let's see. Oh, they changed the interface. What does the dice look like? There we go. Woof.
Yeah, how
Is
does
that
that
plus your
happen?
charisma or?
uh, oh yeah, I imagine it would be. So that would be +3, so 4 damage. So I kind of shuffle over to the tree again, looking around nervously, like I can't believe I'm doing this in broad daylight in the middle of town. And I eject the claws from my hands, and since I'm being a little tentative, I guess that's where the one comes from. But I do like a
Okay.
kind of half-hearted swipe. I don't put my whole body into it, but I rend some of the bark off the tree, and you hear like the just like scrapes into the tree, and it just leaves a nice like four-fingered claw mark in the skin of this tree.
Were you
Very
trying to do it
nice.
stealthily?
Uh
Because you're saying you're
yeah,
doing it
could
tentatively.
I roll like a sleight of hand check?
Yeah, let's see if it
And
made a
kind of
big
do it?
noise or not. Because that was a little crunchy.
Gotcha. Let's see. 14.
Oh yeah, you managed to do it kind of with some slickness without being too loud. Slight display of skill. The guard tower is not notified of your guys' vandalism.
That's the one good tree in town, dude.
It's the only one that's not being destroyed.
Well, I'm satisfied. It seems if that was a ratling, its head would be off for sure.
uh,
Just
okay.
knows his way around Drakkenheim. He's capable of fighting. Seems like a person we could bring along.
Okay, let me show you to our abandoned house that we've rented out. Then you can put your stuff there or whatever.
Oh, absolutely, sir. Please lead the way.
Okay, we go to the abandoned house and I just show them. Where were you staying before this?
Oh, well, truth be told, sir, since the cataclysm, I haven't really had a home. I've been a bit of a. He doesn't want to say the word because he thinks it'll turn you off. Vagrant. Uh,
Oh, that's okay. I hereby adopt you into House Fritz. You will be my squire from now on.
oh, my lord, I'm quite honored indeed, House Fritz. Excellent, excellent.
Yes. Do you know about House Fritz? Maybe we can train you to be my herald.
It doesn't sound like a house of uh Westermar? Yeah. Of Westermar, at least one that I'm familiar with.
No, it's not. It's a Caspian house. It's a vassal house to House Jackson, one of the great houses. And one day I will be king of Caspian. I'll win the next king's boot.
An impressive lineage, sir, and a most ambitious goal of yours. I think you will make a fine lord.
Can I roll an insight check on this guy? Um,
Absolutely.
anyone sucking up to Vesper this much without knowing who it is, I'm just a little off put by it.
Vesper's just eating it up.
Yeah. Nope, this is a fair and honest man right here.
I'd say you definitely just passive insight. Anyone off the street would be able to tell. Like, I want you to like me. That's probably where that ends. But
Definitely coming
I
on a
want
little
you guys
hard.
to like.
Do
Exactly.
you want to roll persuasion or deception though, just to kind of see how it is coming off with the dice?
Only if that's what Zealot wants. If we want to leave interactions like that up to dice or roleplay, I'm good either way.
Oh, do it for Arlen's character, but I'll just believe you.
Gotcha.
I'm just eating it up, but do it for Arlen's character.
Let's see. Persuasion. 22.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I definitely don't want to impede the party coming together, but I like seeing what the dice say. If you rolled low, you could just have like a little cough to you. You just gotta prove yourself a little bit more, but you're selling it.
If Colin again wants to leave that up to a roll versus.
No, that's fine.
Okay, I guess our first quest. What was your name again?
Bernard Sir Waldencroft. Bernard Waldencroft.
Bernard Waldencroft. Okay, and do you mind changing your Roll20 name so I can remember it?
Oh, I beg your pardon. Personalization and display.
Yeah.
Would you be one to call me Waldencroft or Bernard? Because I'll put that in.
Probably Bernard.
There we go. That is not an N.
Berhard.
Right, wait.
Okay, Berhard. Let's.
Go.
All right. Our current quest is we were tasked by the Hooded Lanterns to collect on rattling bounties. That's a good place as any to start. Now, I don't view. What's your opinion? Are rattlings monsters?
DM, do I have any prior knowledge, or is there a roll I could do to see what I know of rattlings?
I mean, they eat people, but they have intelligence.
I would probably relay as much. They are an unsavory lot, my lord. They do eat people, but they can be crafty, not ones to be taken lightly.
Yeah, from my understanding, they have a language. So, do monsters normally don't have languages? I think. I don't know. But nonetheless, it should be a worthy endeavor. We'll collect as many rat ears as we can carry.
Very good, sir. DM, would I possibly know, or do they already have a lead as to where they're going, or is it possible that I might know good places to look in the outer city? Because I've never been into the inner city.
This is in the outer city. The roads haven't changed too much in Drakkenheim, so you could be familiar. Ironically, the rat infestation is coming from the Rat's Nest Tavern, which is number 6 on the map. I'll move you guys there now. Ready to head off. So it's there.
Right.
And you guys are currently
just above the sprawl.
Down here. Yeah, I think the
Down
bottom
where?
left. I believe the bottom left corner is where Emberwood Village is. But you're also 5 miles out, so it takes a bit of a walk to get into the city.
Oh, it says Emerald Village is on the bottom right. Is that accurate?
Oh, bottom right. Oh, yeah, there we go. I was zoomed in. Yeah, so yeah, you guys have to get to the Rat's Nest. You're gonna have to cross the Dran River.
Is that something we can do outside of town and come in from this road? Because it seems like that would be a lot easier than going all the way through the infested territory.
Let me check the map again. it would be a much longer way. I think a lot of the old bridges that crossed the river were destroyed during the Civil War.
Gotcha.
So you could
Then-
think of other ways of crossing it. And
Yeah, how are we gonna cross the river? Is there a bridge at all outside the city?
Do they possess a map that I could point to, or are we just going purely?
The Hood Lanterns had a map that we were looking at.
Do we have it here in our possession, or would we need to go back to their headquarters?
I don't remember if they gave us a map or not.
I don't think they gave it to us. I think they just showed us and said, "Here on this map, is where you need to go."
yeah, I think you might have like made a I thought you made a copy, Dust. Or kind of drew a rough outline.
I don't recall as such, but I'll totally agree with you on it.
Okay.
This
yeah,
is the copy I have.
Oh, excellent. Well, and I'll just elaborate on that. That there's routes outside the city we could go on, but it would put us way out of the way. But it would be safer versus cutting straight through the city and the dangers that would pose.
Yeah.
Well, we're a capable party. Let's cut straight through the city and be in danger.
I'm going to slowly look at our resident wizard.
Vesper, think of it this way. If we tire ourselves out on all the small ones getting to our destination, we might be tired before we get to the big one at our main destination.
Very good points. That's a good tactical assessment. As I always say, a commander is only good as his allies, and you want to be at full force before you fight a real monster.
My shoulders just slump in relief, like, oh, God.
Well said, my lord.
Okay, so I guess we're gonna head south along the Grand River until we find a point to cross somehow.
Oh, so you guys
There's
are
gotta be
gonna
someplace
try
across.
going around. So
Yeah, until we can find a bridge or something.
Okay. I should give you. We have the Drakkenheim map in the book, but I really should have that in the game.
We wouldn't know about Styx Ferry. I don't know if that's a thing.
I was thinking of making anything. Maybe your characters are a little hesitant to go straight in from this side, knowing that it's there. Yeah, I don't really give. Actually, I think the Hooded Lanterns would have told you guys that there was a ferryman at number 8. Yeah, because that's a main landmark.
Okay.
And with the map that they give you, like, I don't want to withhold too much knowledge. Like, you guys do have this whole general old map of Drakkenheim where the old landmarks are. I mean, you don't know how they've changed, but they're there.
Okay, I think we'll go like this then.
Yeah,
To get to the ferry, and then I guess we're just cutting through like this then. Well, we could go around like this.
That works for me. Sure, we'll find something in the way.
So, are you guys gonna be traveling like slow and stealthy at a normal pace, or are you gonna be going fast because you're traveling around the outskirts? And since you're needing to cover more ground, you're going at a quicker pace.
Probably slow and stealthy.
We're not in any rush right now. They didn't give us like a timeline when they needed the rats
Yeah,
taken
you guys
care
are
of.
here for work, and knocking the
Yeah.
rust off after a long journey and go kill some ratlings.
Just taking our time works.
So you want stealth rolls?
If you guys are going stealthy, let me get those.
Yeah, I think
rolls
so.
Again.
All right, stealth rolls then. Or are we still? I'm sorry, I'm half doing my character sheet still.
Yeah, well, definitely we gotta. Yeah, let me know when you're done with the character sheet. Until then, you guys can kind of role play your entrance on the couple miles walk towards the city. Because you gotta have the character sheet ready before we start rolling random encounters.
Yeah, I've got all my skills. I'm just leveling up to level 2 and picking my invocations real quick.
Sweet.
But I can always back out and do a skill check whenever you need it. I have a question for character building. If I go Pact of the Blade, can I treat my natural weapons as my pact weapon?
Yep, that sounds cool to me.
Magic weapon.
That's
Okay.
not total of 3 though.
Yeah, but I'm just the future. Okay.
But yeah, if you guys are gonna go slow and steady, you'll be moving a quarter mile per hour to evade hostile threats. And
How
your
long?
stealth
Because
will
it
be
says
section
2
control
Emerald.
will be-
Yeah, it says 2 Emerald Village in the bottom right. How long does it take from to get 2 Emerald Village to like this point right here? Like from Emerald Village to like
I
up
mean,
here.
it's 5 miles. If you guys are doing a steady like walk,
Okay.
like a 10-minute mile, it takes an hour.
Okay.
Since you guys are hauling gear.
So yeah, we'll go like this, outskirts, this. So what do you want from us?
Perfect.
Oh, you won't get to that first. So we gotta do the calculations. So a mile is roughly 7 tiles. So for every 7 tiles, I'll have you guys roll 4 times on that encounter since you're going slow.
Okay.
Because fast is 1 mile per hour in the city. And I think I want to have you guys rolling you're pretty much rolling once for every hour in the city as you go.
So it's about here for the person roll.
Yeah.
So what are we rolling?
I will have you guys each roll a d6.
Each roll a d6. Oh boy. 2.
522.
All right. Yeah, as you guys are taking your time through the city, going on the outskirts, you hear the occasional wail of creatures deeper in the city. Occasionally, the sounds of fighting and other sounds that can't quite be described. As you press on in, you can see the withered corpses of people who used to be residents of the sprawl, sitting like statues, frozen in time, for in Drakkenheim, flesh does not rot.
Okay. I don't say anything. I just hand him my sword, just looking around.
And so we can get you guys on this map here.
So have you ventured into Drakkenheim in this state before, Bernard?
I lived here for a time, actually, until I began. Kind of blinks his eyes, like annoyed, skulking around Emberwood. I never made it very far into the city, but I am familiar with. He gestures around at the devastation and the corpses. This.
Well, hopefully you can still recognize some of the places as we make it through.
Are we putting our characters on the map?
Yeah, go ahead and drop yourselves on the right side pathway.
Right side. Doo-doo.
And then since y'all are going stealthily, give me the stealth rolls followed by a perception check.
Okay. Stealth. Perception. Ooh.
Blackjack.
Yeah, looks like
Mm.
Arlen's he's locked in, head on a swivel.
One moment. I think I forgot to get my skills from my background, so let me just double check what those are. Where are the backgrounds in the book?
Let me check for you.
Character backgrounds, 244.
Yeah, towards the bottom.
Survivor is two of the following: perception, survival, stealth, athletics.
Okay, I must have them. Okay, yeah. Stealth and perception. 18.
Right. Vesper, you're having a little bit of trouble being stealthy in heavy armor.
Can you please quiet down, sir?
I'm not normally quiet. I usually charge head first into battle.
I'll at least wait till we see what's around the corner first.
And then, let's see, Arlen, you rolled higher. You hear a mob, a small crowd of what sounds like the dead, shambling pretty much all around you. But there's a group much closer, just around the corner. And with that bit of shouting from the group, it sounds like they're starting to close in. Let me grab.
Draw my longsword, start walking forward. To battle!
Well, hopefully they're just... Oh, no, that doesn't look like a person. At least it doesn't look like a person.
Would I know what these are by sight?
Yes. being in Drakkenheim, you recognize that occasionally the corpses here reanimate and seek out human flesh.
Is there a colloquial term for them?
Haze husks.
Haze husks, my lord. Shamblers. Undead.
To battle,
It
Bernard.
might be best if I...
There's no point in arguing with him. Trust me. You'll learn, Bernard. This is only the beginning.
Splendid.
Sorry, great performance there, but I messed it up. The lower level ones are called dregs.
Dregs, my lord.
Just a minute ago, you called him Haze Cusk, Bernard. He's lying to us already, Will.
Is your name even Bernard? Wait, what?
Save.
Roll initiative.
Yeah, let me get that turn order out and go ahead and roll.
Boy. First Drakkenheim fight
Hold on,
inside of Drakkenheim, technically.
Let me clear it first.
Oh, I didn't have my token selected. Noob mistake.
Okay, go ahead and roll now.
Damn it, Bernard. A 1? Fuck! No. Only Vesper was prepared to jump into battle.
Sounds about right. I have a paltry AC. This is bad. This is really bad.
Wait, what's your AC?
14.
Oh no.
A melee warlock with 14 AC.
Don't worry, I have temp HP. I can dose up on that.
Yeah, so is there any actions or preparations you guys would have made before
Oh,
going into the city? I'll give you
yes,
guys one
I would
chance of
have
doing that
put
now
mage
before
armor
taking
on.
damage. Okay.
13 plus my AC modifier, which is 2. So I'm at 16 for AC right now.
Awesome.
Change.
Oh, could I switch my Eldritch Invocation choice? I left one off because I was like, I'm not going to get anything I want until level 3. I forgot there's the Mage Armor one.
God, I forgot.
Yeah, you can definitely take that.
Oh God, I just remembered I rolled 1 for hit points.
Oof.
6-point wizard, baby. Here we go.
Whiz boys all over again. Okay, so with Mage Armor, I have 15.
So as you finish that up, Vesper, you see that this zombie here in the middle, he's actually wearing... He looks like he is wearing a bit of Caspian filigree on him. Looks like he may have been a knight of a house, you can't tell. But he stares at you with his eye and says, "You there, here to steal my glory," and charges towards you.
Yes, I am here to steal your glory. For myself to earn glory for House Prince.
30 feet.
Both you.
Monsters do talk, apparently.
Just me and Bernard are just like, wait, are we going? Oh shit, he's going in.
The other two zombies are just like, "Bruh," but that one in particular, he's got some hate towards you for some reason. Oh, where'd he go? Yeah, 30 feet. Can't quite get to you. So he uses his rest of his motion to dash and like does a lazy swing at the end before ending his turn. But the other two just meander behind him. All right, what would you like to do?
I would like to strike him. see. Let's just swing. 16 for 4 damage.
That's a hit. And some good damage.
Action surge.
Ooh, off the bat.
Swing again. 21 for
Going
7.
in.
Going in. He's looking bloodied off of that.
Okay. That's all I can do, really. I'll turn.
All right. On to Bernard.
Well, taking a cue from my new lord, I'm going to when when Arlen kind of says like, well, there's no sense in doing anything else. Just gotta take our cues from him. I'm like, all right then. I'm just gonna kind of skirt around him. 10, 15, 20. Is the cart difficult terrain?
You can also go around it too. If you want to jump over that, you can give me like an acrobatics. Otherwise, it will be difficult terrain.
Gotcha. I will attempt it.
Old man parkour.
Zoop. I am surprisingly lithe for my apparent age and apparent unhealth. And I just like kind of vault over it. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Land right here. And you hear the bone snapping and the popping and the flesh kind of, forms around my claws. And I'm just gonna, I guess it's an action to transform. So yeah, I land, I like in midair, I start to transform and I land next to this, I'm sorry, what was it called again?
Drag.
Husker? What was it?
A drag.
Drag, that's it. And kind of rise up from where I land, and you see that I've taken on like a bestial, like, weird form with big claws coming out of my hands and like my teeth protruding from my mouth. But that is my action, so that'll be where my turn ends. I get temp HP, I think, from doing that, yeah.
Just to throw it out there, I think if you wanted to, you could have transform before the battle. Because there's no duration on it.
Well, if that would be something I could do split second before we engage, but I don't walk around like this.
Okay, got you.
If it seems like the pace that combat was initiated, I think this would be my first turn.
Okay.
That's my turn.
All right, on to Dust. Seeing your allies go into the fray.
I guess Dust is gonna have to join in this. I think. All right, Dust is gonna go. Let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20 over here. I'm gonna see the ones in the back this way.
Okay.
And I will cast. Yeah, I'll cast Bacterial Barrage onto them as more sickly, kind of haze-like material kind of drifts towards them.
Awesome.
19.
19 hits.
Sweet.
Some damage.
Let's add 2.
Solid
2 damage.
Noticing that the bacteria here is kind of having a hard time eating their leathery flesh, as well as breaking through their bit of armor and shields that they're carrying.
I think I'm going to go 10 feet backwards after that, and end my turn, seeing that did not take them out.
All right, sounds good. We're on to this one here with the glowing eye. And 20 feet, eh? Does that get you as well? Hey, it does. The one here of the glowing eye lets out a psychic screech. Can I have all of you give me a DC 10 wisdom saving throw?
Uh-oh. Wisdom. Shit.
Oh my gosh, why am I rolling so high? Yikes. Yeah, those of you who fail take 11 psychic damage and are frightened.
I
for
am
1
down.
minute. Damn.
Almost double my hit point.
I mean, you wanted to take the low HP.
Yeah.
Do I take half damage or no damage from the 6?
If you succeed, you take no damage. Yeah, this is only supposed to be CR half. My goodness. Is Vesper also up? You have more HP, right?
Yeah, I had 20 health, so I'm
Okay.
at 9.
All right. We're on to the other zombies. The
Yikes.
other dregs who close on in. And they're both going to make a single attack at Bernard.
$19 hits. Is that 16 damage?
No,
Oh, no, those are the attack rolls. I see.
9 damage.
Dang,
Thank
I'm
God.
rolling hot today.
Ouch.
I'm going to have to
Alrighty.
look at my balance if I'm going to be rolling so crazy. But yeah, back to Fritz.
I'm going to take an op attack.
All right.
Miss.
All right.
Okay, I have a question. Repost.
Yes.
Would I be able to do this as my reaction?
Yeah, we'll just assume it happens while you're moving away from him. So you
Okay.
repose and then you make the gap.
Okay, here's long-term one-handed. 15, I assume that hits.
How does the glowing-eyed one fall?
Oh, and it's actually 7 damage. But yeah, no, I said, Arlen, I got you, and then he swiped at me, and I just like backhand sliced his head off.
Awesome.
That's my reaction, and then I go to Arlen, and I'll use my half potion that I paid 50 gold for. So you get what is it, D6 or
Yeah,
1d4 plus
1d6.
1 or
And
okay,
that's
1d6.
possibly gonna heal me all the way back up.
1d6 plus con mod or whatever.
So 5
hit points.
Nice.
Almost back at full, baby.
All right, that's my action. That was my reaction. And
What the hell was that?
I'll move here and turn.
Awesome. Setting up the strategy.
Do we do flanking
Yep, you got
optional roll?
advantage now.
Advantage? Oh, very tasty. Alrighty. Well, seeing that he's like the words, maybe we should regroup were on my tongue, and then I see that he's not only slain one of them, brought our companion back, and has jumped right back into the fight. I'm like, okay, and I'm just gonna start tearing into the one between us. Let's see. Does a 12 hit?
A 12 does hit. Roll damage.
X. 4 damage.
Nice.
Minimum damage, yay.
Wait. Damage on the board. Anything else with your turn?
I think that'll be all.
All right. Back to Dust.
This is gonna get back up. Having a wild awakening to what might be in store for him here. he's going to grab the delirium chip that he found earlier on.
Ooh.
And kind of giving it a squeeze, he is going to cast Cosmic Shards. My amalgamous materials, so I don't get contaminated.
Sweet.
Where is it here? So basically, it's automatically hits. It's 3 different shots of 2d4 damage, and all targets are knocked back 10 feet.
Oh.
I'll go
awesome.
2 onto this one and 1 onto this one.
And which direction are you knocking them in? Kind of south?
Yeah, I guess I'm going to knock them away from me. So one's just going to get pushed kind of into Arlen and not do anything. The other one's just going to go that way. So the 2 for the top one are 7 and 4. And 11 for the middle one, or the singular one.
I'll say that top one there falls from that, getting knocked into Fritz, and the second one is now looking bloodied.
Okay. I'm gonna get up as my movement and kind of get over behind this. And kind of be looking at the delirium in awe of like, that's how it works.
And then 10 feet. Yeah, since it hit them, there's no save for the 10-foot movement or anything. That's pretty cool. Yeah,
it's fantastic. And it literally is the only spell I could find that has a delirium chip worth at least 10 gold pieces cost. That's what I just got last session.
Heck yeah. Bernard, I believe you get an opportunity attack from that. As he's forcibly knocked away.
Raw, I don't think if someone gets moved against their will, you get a tax opportunity, but if that's how we're playing it, I will certainly take it.
Yeah, let's do it. Sounds cool to me.
All right. Yeah, as he goes sailing away, I just put a claw into his torso, and it just rakes. His body gets raked against it as it goes flying away.
Nice. Roll damage.
9.
Amazing. Yeah, so he falls too. You guys each got 1. Heck yeah.
Nice.
And that's that for the first Outer Skirts combat.
I collect their ears. No, I collect their hands. 1 hand each.
Okay. Just 1 hand.
Add that to him. What does it weigh? 1 pound?
It doesn't matter how much they weigh. I don't think you're gonna go over. I don't think you're gonna get over encumbered by zombie parts. Not rolling around with 10 barrels of cheese.
Yes, 3 hands in my backpack. Lovely. I will second wind. I'll say, good job, men. That was a good fight.
They better never scream like that again.
How about we take
try and like get the wax out of my ears and a little bit of blood trickles out.
What do you men say? How about an hour short rest?
If we can find a place of some refuge around here,
How about this house over here? And I go to a random house.
Just be careful there's nothing inside it.
I'll check in this house. What do I see?
So I was going to look for some anomalies. As you approach that house, you actually begin to see that something's not quite right with the mortar between the bricks.
This house will not do it all.
A sort of
and I walk back.
And starts
I walk back.
Pulsate.
I nope out of that. How about we just have a camp right here in the middle of the street?
That seems ill-advised. I mean, I haven't lived here like Bernard, but something tells me sitting in one place in this place for an hour just seems dangerous.
Your instincts serve you well, sir.
Honestly,
so...
I feel much better. I can keep going. Need.
How about we go back to Emerald Village then and try again?
Are you wounded, sir?
A little bit. I mean, I don't, out of character, I don't have my action surge. I use one of my superiority dice. I use my second wind, and I'm down 8 hit points.
Yeah,
You guys
out of
can,
character, I can't get my temp HP until we do a short rest.
Yeah, you guys can do a short rest. I'll just have you, you guys let me know what idea you have for shelter, this, that, or the other, and then I'll just have you roll d6s again to see what happens.
Well, can we go back to the
after you
world
leave
map?
city.
The
Yeah.
Drakkenheim map?
Yeah, I was gonna have you guys go there.
Is there like a building that might be open, so it's not quite as like things
Well-
could be hiding in the rafters above us, like a blasted up building that has
There-
fallen down or something?
Yeah.
That
Well, I was
might-
thinking we're like right on the outskirts, so can we like just go like down like 2 ticks and then just rest out there in the open?
Yeah, you guys could go out in the open and then rest there for an hour.
that works for me.
Okay. Do we get our short rest off?
I'll still have each of you guys roll me a d6. Just to see.
Oh,
what's
I rolled
going
2.
on
5.
in the city.
553.
And you guys are just trying your best to just rest off of main pathways.
Yeah, just out in the open, just maybe not even a fire, just relaxing for an hour. Maybe eating a ration or something.
Yeah, see, while you guys are resting, you hear so the sounds of horses' hooves traveling up from the Emberwood village. But they pass deeper and more directly through the city. And you can
So like
hear-
over here?
Yeah, and you can hear the sounds. They do pass you for just a moment and then travel on to the city for what you can hear, and you can hear the sounds of fighting.
Okay. I don't charge after it.
Character development.
A little bit.
And yeah, you guys get your rest off and can
Okay.
get back on the trail. We can count out those next 7 titles and do another roll.
Arlen is going to, during that rest, just be reading his book, and I'm going to use arcane, my 2 points of arcane recovery to get 2 level 1 spells back.
Nice.
So we're back on the trail. And I got everything back. I'm full hit points again. I am good to go.
Yeah, I'm perfectly recovered. I'm good to go as well.
Excellent. Are you guys still traveling slowly, normally, or fast now? It's now, if you left at about 8, it is about noon now. So you just had a nice lunch, and you still have the back half of the day to
I
continue
vote-
on your quest.
Out of character, I vote traveling normal because it seems like traveling slow, it just leads us to get more encounters, and but we get a stealth check.
But you're
And I'm
also
not good at
very
stealth checks.
stealthy.
Yeah.
That is a fair point.
So I,
Yeah.
I vote normal.
I'm good to go with normal then.
Yeah, so
Okay.
So before I have y'all roll your d6s, I'll have you roll investigation and perception checks with advantage since you're traveling at a normal speed now. But you will not be using stealth.
Okay, sorry. I just had let my cat in. What was it again?
Investigation, perception with advantage.
Okay. I'm good at one of those. Ooh, I'm very good at
Ooh.
one of those.
Wow.
I'm a mage. I am very good at investigating things, as I'm investigating delirium.
All right, so we'll start with Fritz, as you rolled that crit there first for investigation. What do you feel you're investigating to get towards the ferry? Like, are you starting to understand the sound of the monster travel patterns in the city and knowing what you can stay away from?
Yeah, I'm like I'm looking at the houses, seeing how many of them have ooze and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if that's gonna make a good shelter. So I'm tactically considering that.
Nice. And then with your perception, you're definitely paying more attention now, being a little bit more quiet, even though you guys aren't full stealthy. You can still hear the echoes of your armor clanking as you proceed throughout the city. Bernard, you're a little more familiar with the city. What do you feel like you're investigating? How are you helping the party in this moment to reach their next destination?
Just the places where I know common like creatures would appear, and kind of pointing them out and being like, let's take this side alley because that is, a place where if there were creatures of that kind, they would definitely like to hang out in that spot. So we'll avoid them if we can.
Yeah, pointing out the which houses are leaky and which ones are not.
Mhm.
And then Dust, with your investigation, what are you investigating as you travel forward? Are you more focused on delirium?
I'm definitely more focused on delirium. I'm looking at structures, old crumbling buildings, anything that looks like crater of where delirium might have landed. Um, Looking around for any kind of chips or even larger pieces.
Awesome. Let me find that next piece. What was the roll? Sorry, I'm just knocking the rust off. But yeah, as you travel Dust, you find an untouched crater with a bit of delirium. I
Ooh.
just gotta see what I want you to roll. Where's the inner city roll table?
Yeah, how far does our token move? 7 squares again?
Yeah, another 7 squares, so you can move that. And we can also think of
One,
another token
two,
for the party if you want, but that's definitely a find
4,
in
5,
campaign.
6, 7. We're at the ferry.
Yes. So I think that was a double success. Here, Arlen, go ahead and roll me another investigation check to see how much delirium you find.
Come on, 2 natural 20s can exist. Nope.
All right, roll me a 3d6.
6. 7.
All right, you find 7 chips worth 10 GP each.
7 chips.
While you were extracting it, it was a bigger piece, but it fractured as you were getting it out.
Oh.
Heading at that.
Arlen will show
delirium.
visible frustration and probably throw one of the chips like far away in anger. So I'm going to put 6.
Careful, my friend. You might attract unwanted attention. What are you so upset about?
Not just clumsy butterfingers.
Yeah, and as you guys reach this ferry, not getting too much information, you see a cloaked figure with a mask sitting at a large kind of pontoon style boat, kind of two large floats, moving dock pretty much, that could have held a wagon at least at one point, and kind of piled on one of the corners in a rowboat dragging next to it is a large pile of an assortment of coins and stones and other bits and baubles. The cloaked figure acknowledges the approach of your party, groans, "Ugh," and holds out his hand. What do you do?
Is this a monster? And I point at him.
No, my lord, we are meant to pay him if we wish passage.
Why does he use words then?
Some people are afflicted in such fashion that it makes it hard to speak. With the corruption in the city, that is.
Well, I pull out a ration. Sir, do you take rations as payment?
He nods.
I give him a ration.
All right. He waves you onto the boat and holds his hand to the next party member.
Oh, I don't have any rations, I think, but I'll put a gold piece for him.
Oh, gold piece. He waves you on. He nods without any more enthusiasm towards the ration, towards the gold piece, but he seems like he's doing his job. And Bernard, you've done transactions with this being before.
What is his usual price? Is gold a little too much?
In his rowboat, his little private office, he has, again, there's an assortment of stones, feathers,
Just
of rations, lots of random things.
let me dig into my Dungeoneer's pack here. Let me see what that entails.
And then you know that the ferryman's name is Styx, because he carries a very large stick. And also his mask is made out of a cutting of bark with some holes punched into it, placed on a leather cowl.
Could I give him a piton from my hammer and piton kit, or is that
Sure.
not enough?
Yeah, you can give him a little pin. And he
All
waves
right.
you aboard, and you guys travel across. I just realized I set up the music bot, but I haven't been playing any music. But that's okay. Let's do another.
Sorry, I'm just gonna test a macro I've built into my roll here. There, it works. Haha. Zealot, let me know if you want. I've played a lot of Battle Masters. I have a macro that will automatically scale up your superiority die that you can build into a damage.
Oh, I'm not actually a battle master. I just took the
I
fighting
gotcha.
style and the feat. I have both.
Gotcha. Where did you get a feat? Did we start with one, or is that part of your?
Very human.
Very nice.
Maybe now isn't the time to figure that out. Damn, bot's dumb. I'll figure it out another time. But for that next 7 tiles, you guys still traveling Along the outskirts, you make it more of a direct path.
Oh, how's the water when we rode across it? Like, was there anything living in there?
Give me a nature check.
Huh?
You definitely notice that it's not something you'd want to swim in, but didn't have any inkling of any life going on there.
Huh?
You can definitely tell that you would not want to drink it. And then, yeah, as you guys travel onward, give me another set of d6 rolls.
Okay, I think we'll go like that.
Cool.
If everybody's okay with that.
Yeah. I will say, unless I say anything, I will default to wherever it is that you lead us.
Ooh, double
D6.
ones.
Double ones and a 2. We're
Woof.
about to fight a dragon.
Oh, goodness. Arlen, can you roll me a
Yes.
d20, please?
Okay. Hopefully higher is good. That's not good. DM laughs is never good.
What's your guys' marching order? Who's the closest person to Arlen?
I'm probably in the back with how much XP I have.
Yeah, I'm in the front.
I'm in the middle.
Okay, so you're in the middle, and Vesper, go ahead and also roll me a d20. So as you guys travel through one of the crossroads, you suddenly feel like you have walked through a waterfall. The presence of this area feels like passing through a film, and along your eyes, it feels like you're crossing them and seeing double, and you can't quite focus. And as that happens, your friendly guide begins to transform, but not in a way that you'd seen him do before. He transforms into an awakened shrub, off of some energy bouncing off of dust as you make it through this place.
Wait,
So I'm like, who transforms? Arlen or Bernard?
Bernard, do you want to roleplay slowly
What's
polymorphing
happening?
into an awakened shrub?
Now, this isn't an illusion. This is actually happening.
Yeah, the anomaly
Woof.
for his role is the nearest creature is polymorphed into an awakened shrub for 1 hour, or until it goes
What?
to 0 HP. No save.
All right. Well, I'm no stranger to my body transforming, but I'm used to it feeling a very different way. So, like at first, I'm like, yeah, my bones are shifting around. That just happens. And I'm like, wait a second.
This isn't
And
a normal.
I stop to the point where, like, if Arlen's right behind me, he just bumps into me, and I'm just like, wait, my lord, something might be wrong.
What's
Does it
going on,
hurt?
Squire?
Does
Oh,
it?
you're a plant. Are you a monster?
I'm,
On Earth?
I'm looking to because I've never encountered this before. I'm looking to Arlen for like an explanation or something. I'm just like helplessly like, what's
Does
that?
this happen normally to you?
It's
This
never
an
happened to
occurrence?
me before. No, this is oh goodness. Can I speak, or am I losing my ability to talk?
You're losing your ability to speak.
Awakened shrubs can talk.
Oh, they can?
Yeah, they can.
Okay, but you start to lose your mouth, but as you continue to force out words, the bush like regrows a little bit of flesh, so you can speak, and you begin to see in a sort of like photosynthesis heat map kind of sense.
Am I
But
rooted to the spot, or can I move?
I think
You
you
can
might be
move.
like a little tumbleweed kind of deal.
I love it.
Still alive.
So I transform and fall over, and then start to turn my head towards the two of them and go, "This is awkward."
I would say so. Can I pick? Am I able to pick him up? Is he in a state where I can do that? You said he was like a tumbleweed.
Yeah, so yeah, Bernard, do you want to have known about this kind of anomaly, or do you want this to be completely foreign?
Maybe I've heard about it. I've never experienced it myself, but I'm like, in thinking back, I'm like, you know what? Actually, yeah, I've heard of a couple people that this was happening to. But
Yeah,
it's
you can
one of
go,
a
like,
number of a million weird things that can happen. It didn't really come to mind at all
yeah.
until just now. Question on that note: do I know if it's temporary or not?
I would say you can give me a survival or arcana kind of roll to see if you know the solution for this.
I'll take a survival roll.
Nice,
13
yeah.
survival.
Yeah, you know that they have to like kill this form, but you don't know quite how.
I
How it's
think
normally done.
you will need to break me out of this form, but I'm not sure exactly how that's done.
I'm not sure exactly how that's done either, friend. I'm just gonna hold him up at Vesper like I don't fucking. Do we keep him as a houseplant and just water him from time to time, or?
Slowly turn to you.
I'm not sure. Do you think he's a monster, Arlen?
He seems pretty harmless since I'm holding him right now, but I mean, I just don't know how we are going to be able to can carry him for a time being and hope that it works, but I feel there's not a lot we can do here. I don't know of any spell that could bring him back to revert his form. Usually
Well,
that's a higher caster level that
I said I would take him in as my squire. I guess. Can you move your vines? Try to move your vines.
If you set me down, Arlen, I like my branches kind of move like little tendrils where they kind of like roll over each other. So I end up kind of doing that tumbleweed sort of thing where I'm just like, and I can kind of get some momentum going.
I'm sorry, my lord, for being an inconvenience. I think I
Oh,
can
no.
manage.
I say you remain as my squire as a shrub for now, and then we'll contact the Amethyst Academy. Maybe they know a cure. But for now, let's continue on to the rat's nest.
Very good, my lord.
And I guess you could stay out of combat if we get into trouble.
How fast can I move? What's my
You
movement
have
speed?
20 feet of
Uh,
movement.
I don't
you can
wish
tumble
to
pretty fast.
impede our progress, but I may need uppies.
Never want to be a plant owner. Not here.
Becomes Groot. Oh goodness. Yeah, you have a 9 AC and 10 HP, and are
Woof.
vulnerable to fire. But yeah, no one swings on him. You guys leave that crossroads, and in the next hour, getting to the destination. Just give me, each of you give me another d6 roll for that last little bit of adventure.
5.
Awesome. Yeah, Bernard, you go ahead and start to transform back as you start to get to this area. Seems a bit
Oh,
quiet.
thank
As you
you.
guys are transferring on, you see corpses of a lot of dozens of different ratlings. These ones not having their ears harvested, but instead being burned in large piles. As you push through, their corpses are still slightly smoldering.
Do they still have their ears?
They're burnt away.
Okay. Well, I'll say, I was about to suggest we take their ears, for the bounty. It's not too honorable, but, it's free gold, kind of.
True.
But it seems they're burnt away.
Well, we might just have to wait in that case.
Well, we'll just have to venture into this tavern and get our own ears.
Well, this is the tavern, right? Right outside of it?
Yes. Bernard, you're not a shrub anymore.
Yes, I seem to have shaken that. I'm like still, my body's still like morphing back slowly because I'm so my form is already so fluid. It's having a hard time shaking off the last bits of it. I'm like, yes, it seems to be going away, sir, for which I'm very grateful.
Ugh.
Oh.
Amazing that our shifter got shifted.
Of all people.
Well, I'm glad myself. Having a shrub as a squire wasn't the most appealing thing in the world.
You were pretty worthless. Glad we don't have to carry you around at least.
As am I, sir.
Well, shall we check out what this school or this tavern has in hold for us? See how many ratlings are there?
Sure.
I am curious about the number of carcasses out here. I wonder what has come through and already done some of the work for us.
Possibly. And I approached the Rat's Nest Tavern.
Alright. I have an outer sprawl one here for you guys. The big building here being the tavern.
Are these all houses, these
Yeah.
buildings here? And where are the corpse piles?
One is the pile out here, kind of burning, and then smaller ones kind of scattered about. But as you guys go about, you can give me those investigation or perception. Just it's still an advantage, but just give me either or. So either perception or investigation.
20.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, nice rolls. Damn, everyone.
There's all our high rolls for the night.
Yeah.
No, don't say that.
But Bernard, being in the city for a bit, and possibly doing guides before, you know that sometimes when a big or even small actions are taken in the city, it kind of acts like an ecosystem. Knowing that if a couple of these small tribes of ratlings were taken out, there would quickly be other ones to come and fill their space. And with that crit on that, you see a couple ratlings scurrying into the building here, and you can hear the slight sound of someone screaming for help.
From inside the tavern?
Did I hear it?
Yeah, with those high investigations too, you guys start to hear it as well.
My God, someone's in trouble! Quick, Ben! And I
But
start-
sir, the rattling.
Fucking every time. Please wait.
sword
My
out.
lord, there are still rattlings about. We
I
should
kick
be
the
cautious.
Okay, do
door
you guys
open.
want to do rolls to try to stop Fritz, or are you letting him get away?
You know what? With my tiny strength, I would love to try and hold him back.
Okay.
I have a 8 in strength.
Could I grant the help action?
Yes, you may.
Is this just a straight strength check, or is this like acrobat or athletics? I guess. Matter, it's the same for me.
Yeah, I think it would be the same.
A 0.
Proficient.
I will contest that. Let me try to roll it.
Roll better than a 0. Oh, what do you know? I like to imagine I'm holding onto him, but he's still running
I
at the
just run
same
barrels
pace.
through and like,
You're just being carried
no,
along
there's
behind him.
someone in danger. We have to charge in.
Okay, so are you
Yes.
both being carried on with him? Like just
Yes, absolutely.
your massive frame, they're getting dragged on.
And
with
I just-
you.
Kick down the door. Kaboom!
Okay, as you kick down the door, give me a dex save.
Okay. 4.
Oh damn. What is happening? You notice for a moment that kicking this door, there's a massive pit in this tavern. And you start to fall. I'll let Bernard and Dust have an opportunity to catch after Vesper fails that kick and is starting to fall.
What role?
Just a dex save from you guys as well to see if you can grab yourself and also grab him. See the teamwork comes
20.
off. All right, you guys catch yourselves right at the barrier of the spike pit, and looking down, you all three see a little ratling let off that slightly human scream with a bit of arcane magic coming from its eyes, and then it giggles and scurries farther into the depths.
Do I fall in the pit?
No, they caught you. You guys,
Okay.
they were holding on to you already, and then they caught the edge, so you're dangling in the pit, and they're both holding on to you. And I let you guys can recover from that. And think about your way of descending.
Know that they have some sort of intelligence. We have to be careful getting into their stronghold here.
I'm sorry, Ben. That was a tactical error on my part. Obviously, they were luring us with a ruse. What vile creatures!
Yes, well, indeed. Well, now they know that we're here, and that we will run headlong into danger. These are good things.
I'll cast prestidigitation that allows me to. Oh no, I can instantly snuff out lights. No, never mind. Well, let's just proceed with caution. Time being.
Okay. It's dark down there, right?
Indeed.
All right. I'll have my shield, and I'll just instead of a longsword, I'll have a torch.
I'll say it is like a 30-foot drop into the pit with spikes there on the bottom that they were leaving for you.
I'll
So,
start
how
tying
do
a
you
rope
guys-
off.
Okay.
Did the rattling disappear down inside the pit, or was it
Yes.
further in the building?
Yeah, you can see that there's after the spikes, the path continues. It looks like that hole actually used to be a old stairway, like old spiral staircase, towards the bottom level of this tavern. Oh, where's my Fog of War. Oh well, we'll go without it. And I'll move you guys to the depths as you guys set up your rope and make your way down. So you'll be there.
Okay.
Ta. So they didn't build a den at the nest, or at the, what was this place called? Rat something. Built it under it. Fantastic.
There's no knowing how far these tunnels go. The old sewers in the city might connect and it could go for miles as far as we know.
Very true, but I mean, if we don't have to go all the way in that case, let's just go in and see how many, I guess, rat ears or we can get and just go from there.
As long as we maintain a way out, it's possible they could come around behind us and, he tugs on the rope, remove our escape if we're not careful.
True. Well,
Then we'll just have to climb out.
we'll just have to climb out.
Here, wait, actually, I have, let me see, because I might be able to make a form that can climb better. Increase walking speed, double your long and high jump. No, that's not until level 6, never mind.
All right, you gonna put your token down?
Oh, sorry.
Start
Excuse me.
slowly.
You guys, so which of y'all have dark vision? Or how are you treating this darkness?
I have a torch.
Okay.
I have dark vision.
I don't. I have a torch.
So 2 dark visions and a torch. And then are you holding the torch in your shield arm, keeping your sword drawn?
No, I'm. I have my shield out raised, and I have my torch in my sword arm. And then the plan is, whenever I get into a fight, I'm going to throw the torch, or drop the torch to the ground, so there'll still be light. But then I pull out my sword and fight that way.
All right. Seeing what y'all are able to see, the underneath of this basement here has mostly collapsed from the impact of a large bit of debris from the comet. And you can kind of see at the sides in different places there's little rat holes that lead to different areas.
It looked like a comet landed here.
Or at least the different splinters of it.
I think Aylin's going to take a quick look around, see if he can't find delirium. Just like not investigating too long or anything like that. Just curious to see if he can find any that is just out in the open.
Does it glow?
There is a slight, like, luminescent glow coming from it, kind of opally, rainbow, bit of purple. And looking through the debris here, yes, you see there's tiny, tiny bits of delirium, kind of like flakes of sand, dispersed throughout the rubble. And you can actually see bits of scratch marks in different areas. Looks like the ratlings may have been interacting with this delirium.
Is this a hole right here?
Yes.
If they took the delirium, they might have some on them. Consider my interest peaked.
Yeah, so there's this larger rat hole, and then over here is some sort of door, but say it's collapsed off.
Is this rat hole lead to this path?
Yes. If you like stick your torch down that hole, you can kind of see that there's another pathway there.
Okay, I'll start. Come on, how deep is it?
It's just a 5-foot drop underneath this old foundation. Simple enough for beings of your size.
Follow me, man. And
There's a bit of a slope too.
Just be careful on your way down. It's dark as hell in here.
And then you guys have your mage armors prepped. Are you?
Yeah, that stays on, I believe, until I take a long rest.
Here I will take on. So I have 2 shapeshift abilities, one for my race, one for my class. I'll keep my class ability procced so that I don't have to take a standard action in combat. So I'm in my like bestial form now. My back is hunched. You can see ridges down my spine from where like spikes are sticking out and my claws are out.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'll look at Bernard and say, if I didn't know any better, I would say you are a monster. Ha ha.
Goodness. So as you pass the corner, you see. So we got the advantage there. Let me see if you guys detect them. Alright, you guys can do a group perception check.
Perception. Regular. Oh, no, mine. 17.
So, let's see, Bernard, your senses are a little muddled from the mustiness down here. But Fritz, you definitely have your monster senses are tingling, as well as Arlen. You've got your knowledge knowing that they're coming out, and right out of smaller passages away, 4 little ratlings appear and try to stab you all with your spears, but you guys are too quick and are able to avoid their initial attack. Go ahead and roll me initiative.
Rad. Oh, hey, I'm somewhat ready this time.
See how they go. But they are quick as they close in. We'll do 2 here, 1 there, and 1 there. As they all come out with their little teeth trying to bite. So 2 for dust. Looks like misses. The 6 and a 5 as they clank against your armor. 1 for dust. The 6 also.
Whew. Thank God.
Went out of the way, and the final for Bernard, the 21. Which I imagine hits.
Yes.
For 5 piercing, as this one finds purchase in your flesh. And we're on to Dust.
Dust doesn't want to be here right now. Not surrounded by this many. But I think it's kind of screaming, seeing that they come up. It's like, shit. I will do Shocking Grasp onto one right here.
All right. It's immediately
4.
annihilated. How does it
Whew.
deal with that shocking grasp?
I just kind of been able to intercept its hand and kind of grip onto it and just send enough volts to bring this thing coming down.
Nice. All right, on to Bernard. This little rattling tooth sticking into you.
Well, I'll bite him back. All right, let's see. Get my claws going here. Does an 11 hit?
11 hits. Actually,
does.
no. They have
Oh.
12 AC.
Woof.
Oh, I'm getting too excited for you guys. Sorry.
I will bonus action do my racial shapeshift.
Okay.
So I'll get that temp HP
Sounds
and
good.
up my AC by 1. That'll be my turn.
Yeah, you try to bite it back, but it releases its grip and then tries to scurry and hide away from you. And we are on to Fritz.
I'll take the one next to Arlen.
Okay. Definitely a hit, and with that raw damage, you kill it twice over. How does it fall?
Just decapitation. I drop the torch, I pull out the long sword and just decapitate it. And then I kick it. And then I mosey around over here and impose myself. Like, fight me, you vile beast, and I'll enter in there.
Awesome. We're on to the last one. On you. Coming in for another bite. The 23 hit.
On me?
Yes.
Yeah, that hits.
It's 6 piercing. Is this one chomps on ya. And the other one on Bernard again. Coming in for another little bite. It's an 11.
No, sir.
Oh, he misses. And we're back to Dust.
Oh, I can't move without this guy getting an opportunity attack, so Shocking Grasp onto that one. Ooh, it's a 9 hit.
Sadly a miss. He ducks with
Shit.
shocking hand, seeing what happened to his friend. Dodges out.
Then I'm going to just sit right there and hope that it's busy not gonna hit me.
All right, Bernard.
Claws again. I will try and rake this little rattling. 7 damage to the one next to Arlen and I.
He's annihilated. How does it happen?
I think, let's see. I'll just clamp my claws like around his throat and force him to the ground, and then like bite out part of his neck and come away with a bit of rat flesh between my teeth and spit it out.
Ugh.
Brutal. Anything else with your turn?
That'll be. Oh, actually, I'll shift around to put myself between Arlen and this guy.
Sounds good. Back to Fritz.
4 damage.
A big hit, but this one's still barely alive.
Okay, I'll bonus action second wind.
All right.
Why do I always roll low on that? Oh, well.
Damn. And this one, he's gonna try to run away. So go. I guess both of you can give me an opportunity attack. Let's see if this slips
Gladly.
out of your way.
12.
So yeah, so sadly Fritz, that's the miss. But that 12, roll me damage. As this one tries to run away. How does he go?
6 do it.
Yep.
I'm gonna grab him by the tail and pull him like onto the ground, like off his feet, and then just bring my claw down on the nape of his neck and skewer him right through the front of his throat.
Brutal. guys are now out of initiative order, having defeated this.
I'd
first
like
pack
to
of rattlings.
check for any shards of delirium or gold or what equipment they have.
Don't forget their ears.
Yeah, get their ears.
Bernard will dutifully take out his dagger and start to cut some of the ears off of them.
Nice. Yeah, you guys.
Well,
can
that's at
roll
least
off.
4.
Mark
Yeah,
on my
4
sheet
pairs.
4 rat ears. Actually, Bernard, you should mark on your sheet 4 rat ears. 'Cause,
That's good.
Because he's a squire.
yeah, he's a swear.
Should I mark 8 rat ears? Should we take
No,
all
just
of them?
4.
4 pairs.
Just
Rat
4
ear
pairs of rat ears, yeah. And I'll give you because you're my squire, I'll give you 3 drag hands and a shark tooth.
there's just the briefest moment of hesitation, like I'm back to this again, and then he's like, "Yes, right away." Grabs a bundle of cloth from off a ratling,
Yes, squire, you
bundles
should
up the.
carry my trophies. I'm teaching you how to be my hero.
Absolutely, sir. Yes, indeed. He like rolls them up in a bundle of like not quite so soiled rattling clothing and puts them in his backpack.
All right.
Do they have any delirium shards or gold on them?
Go ahead and roll me some investigation.
Does Arlen want to do this instead?
Mr. Investigation.
Let me see the other one.
Arlen will look around for delirium, since you guys have the ears covered.
Nice.
So good at investigating, God!
Hell yeah. That's 1 success. Kind of the 2 of these delirium things are like on opposite sides of the book. But yeah, that's that's 2 successes.
Rattlings typically have like delirium ammo for slings, right? Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Do they? What were they
Yeah.
throwing at us?
They didn't. They were stabbing. They were mostly just biting you. These ones didn't have spears, although Bernardino sometimes they do, and they're kind of dressed in raggedy clothes. But I'll have each of you. It doesn't need to be investigation. It can also be Arcana or Survival. But I'll have each of you also roll with this investigation check to see what you'll find.
Sorry, investigation, survival, or arcana, you said?
Yes.
$17.
Nice. That's 3.
Am I rolling again?
Fritz. Fritz too. I'll have him participate.
Do what?
Roll survival, investigation, or arcana.
All the same. I'll just go investigation 2.
Okay. Arlen, I'll have you roll me 3d6 again.
3d6. 7 again. Damn it!
Yeah, I find 7 little chips worth 10 gold each. Each, as you guys investigate them, these rattlings were wearing them as a sort of necklaces and bits of jewelry. And one of them had what seemed to be a delirium tooth. But it was the one that missed its attacks.
I would be cautious with those, Arlen. They can cause mutation.
Oh, I'm very aware of what.
You study delirium.
Yes, at the academy I had some projects I was working on. Very familiar.
What? I'm sorry. We got 7 shards of delirium.
Yes. By all means, I'll hold on to them for now. We don't have to sell them Or we can sell them once we get back to
Well, I want to negotiate these prices because I mean we spent 50 gold on that potion I gave you, Arlen, and so far we've earned 4 gold slaying these ratlings. So that's not enough.
we will have to pay you back for that for sure.
Well, I'm saying, these. Well, it's an easy foe. I don't think it's worth the price of 1 gold per pair of rat ears.
I guess it depends on how many there are, but you make a good point. It's pretty cheap.
Well, let's continue on. If everybody's okay to continue.
Yes, we can sort out the loot later once we've extracted ourselves from these caves.
Okay. You have my trophies, right, Squire Bernard?
Yes, I absolutely do, sir.
Okay, I'm appointing you acting treasurer since you are responsible for the rat ears.
Very good, sir. I take this commission on with the utmost humility.
I look into my bag with all the lyrium chips. Like, yeah, yes, treasurer. And the treasures vary, I guess.
Onward, man. I know.
So you guys
Have
can
my torch
continue
out.
till there.
Okay.
As you get up to there and turn the corner, you hear the sounds of what sounds like another handful of ratlings scurrying away deeper in the cave, noticing that you still approach despite their trap. And as you all enter this room, you can give me another perception check.
Perception.
Vesper, you're locked in with your monster hunting senses. You hear a small little squeak coming from a nest here in the corner.
I throw my torch at it.
Going, ee, I don't want to die, and then as you throw your torch and it burns away. You have killed a tiny ratling baby.
Oh, that's terrible.
I mean, I guess that technically counts.
Pull my sword out, torch is illuminating this area, and I poke my head around the corner.
The fire spreads to another nest, enlightening this bit of the cavern, and you kind of hear a small symphony of small squeaks as normal-sized rats and little ratlings kind of burn to death there. Kind of a sickling smell of burnt hair and scavenged food in their stomachs. But you have now lost your torch to the flame. Do you have another torch?
I do, his loyal squire. I will produce one and use my tinderbox to strike it up and put it right in his hand.
Thank you, Squire. And I sheath my sword and get the torch out.
All right, in front of you are two paths. One is pretty stinky, and the other one seems artificially dark. Like as you walk towards it, the light from your torch does not penetrate the cavern.
What
Does
is
it
this magic?
I don't have anything for this, unfortunately.
I will throw a hand axe at this area.
Okay.
What happens?
You don't hear the sound of it land after it passes through the darkness.
That's odd.
Arlen, do you want to investigate this phenomenon?
I'll walk up to it and I guess kind of tentatively put my hand through it to see if there's anything on the other side, if I can sense anything.
Go ahead and roll me Arcana.
Okay. 19.
You get the sense that this is heavily connected to delirium. And as you push on through, you can see that here there is quite a fall, and in the middle is a larger piece of delirium, but it is surrounded by dark black sludge. In width is the axe that Fritz threw. And just roll me a d20 real quick, Fritz. Alright, you did not smack the delirium directly.
What do you see, Arlen?
I see treasure.
What kind? Delirium?
Yes. Very, very nice piece. And I'm gonna head towards it. This takes priority for me.
Looking into the sludge, you actually see a couple, like, bones of different rattling corpses. You can kind of tell that they've tried to go this way before, but you are sensing danger from that sludge.
Do I have anything that can help me? I do not. How far away is it?
10 feet away. There's about, see if it's in the center there, and you have the edges here of this, like, comb. Say there's a 10-foot sphere kind of cut out, and there's a
Arlen, you
piece
think
of
you could jump across, maybe, and get to it?
You're Arlen.
Or, shit, I'm Arlen. Arlen, you could do this. Come on, Arlen. Vesper.
Yes,
Oh, do
Squire,
not
would you
trouble
hand
yourself,
me-
sir. I can do it myself. I start to shapeshift so that I get my long leg mutation, because that
Okay.
doubles my long jump distance.
That is haunting.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Increase walking speed by 10 feet, double your long and high jump distance. So yeah, I just.
Amazing.
So how far does it seem like the jump is going to be?
I think with your shifting, you can make that jump easily to where the delirium is, without touching it. But getting it out and jumping back with it may be an issue.
Gotcha. Do you have something to extract it with? I don't really want to touch it.
Besides gloves, no.
How about we just tie a rope around it and then we pull it?
Let's be very careful with it, please. It's that
Yeah, don't touch,
one piece.
Squire, do not touch the delirium directly with your bare flesh. You will mutate.
I will be cautious. I kind of, my glance hovers on Arlen for a second. Well, let's attempt it then. I produce my hempen rope. I go and pop over to, is it like over here or where is it at?
Yeah, it's in the center there.
I pop over to the little island with the delirium on it, and I very carefully tie like a slip knot in my rope. Nothing sophisticated, but just so that I could cinch it up without having to touch the delirium with my skin. And I do have gloves from my background. Those never made it onto my character sheet, but just in case. And I'm going to cinch the rope up around the delirium. Does the rope react to the delirium at all?
Not quite, but Are you wearing? You transfer your feet. Are you wearing shoes?
Oh, good point.
Because you transform your legs, so I would imagine maybe you're not wearing boots.
No, I
Transform.
had to take my shoes off. Yeah.
Oh dear.
Pulling up the mutation table real quick. Stand by.
See, how do we roll the contamination here? What I want the DC to be.
Well, not to walk back on this, but for future reference, it only says that my knees have to change, not necessarily my feet.
Depends how you want to flavor it then.
I think I'll let this one continue, and we'll see where it goes. But I will be keeping that in mind going forward, so that I'll be more careful with my transformations.
Yeah, I guess
I was a little
might-
too eager to help, and I endangered myself foolishly. So I'll go ahead and take the contamination this time.
I wasn't sure if you would leave this for later.
But it's so shiny.
Yeah, so shiny. Yeah, so I think that, and oh gosh, I thought I knew. Yeah, so I'm here. Contamination. It's been a while. But yeah, let's say you gain that one level of contamination, which doesn't give you any symptoms. But
I think you have to
can
roll
feel-
D6, and if he rolls a 1, then he gets mutated. It's no symptoms, but you still roll mutation. It's for every time you gain contamination, it's a D6, and if you roll your level of contamination, then you get a mutation.
So if I roll 5 through 6, or excuse me, 2 through 6, I'm fine, and 1,
Yeah.
I would get a mutation.
Yeah.
Right.
Woof.
Yeah, I was trying to see
And I
if there's
think-
a roll I should have you do before that, but I think this like direct contact with the.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think taking a long rest while you're contaminated is bad. Like,
Yes.
doesn't. Yeah.
Long rest, you gain another level of contamination.
There's a chance. You roll a d20, and if you roll a 1, you get another level.
Okay,
So
so
you'd have to be
like
really
for a
up.
super long term, it's a bad idea, but a long rest or two is not going to hurt you.
If you roll a 20, does it decrease your contamination?
No.
I don't think so.
That would be too optimistic, wouldn't it?
That would be too kind of fucking Drakkenheim.
What are you kidding? All right. And would I know that that's the case, having been a denizen of Drakkenheim?
Yeah. Do you want to have contaminated before? Because you can. Some adventurers know that you can pay to get healed in different areas, or go towards different factions for different kinds of help. But this could be
I-
your
I-
first time experience with transformation as well. Maybe you've been more careful up to this point.
Let me. What's the highest degree of contamination someone could suffer and conceivably reverse it without, like?
5.
Okay. Could I roll like a d6 and say like I've had up to 3 contamination in my lifetime or something like that? Like
Sure.
1, 2 is 1,
Yeah, if you want
3,
to see
4
the
is.
dice decide how many times you've had it. Yeah. A little
So
more familiar with it.
I have gotten to a point in my life where I was very contaminated and I was able to find curing from it in some way, shape, or form. So I
Yeah.
suppose I would know at least one outlet that I could recover from this.
Yeah, I think at that
It-
point you might have been rescued by the falling fire,
Gotcha.
but not particularly working with them, or maybe something else. Keep it close to the chest. But here, roll me another d6. If you roll a 1, we roll mutations. All right, you're safe from mutations.
All right. Got that contamination marked on my sheet.
Nice, nice.
Yeah, and do we know he's contaminated? Like, can we tell?
I don't think there's at this singular level. You don't really notice anything unless you make it clear that you're feeling differently.
But I can tell, right?
Yeah, Bernard, you can tell, but unless you're gonna let your teammates know, they can't tell that just by touching it that you kind of got that level of contamination.
I think I will like let out a curse under my breath that I was stupid enough to do this. I'm going to. Okay.
Is everything okay, Squire?
He'll just kind of the guise of like utter respect drops for half a second while he's trying to do this surgical operation. He kind of like waves you like, yeah, I'm fine, I'm fine, I'm fine, and goes to cinch the rope around the crystal again. Is it like embedded into the stone, or is it like just lying there, or?
I'll say while you wrap it around, you can actually see that it is embedded into a bit of that meteoric iron that it crashed in.
Okay. So this is like a chunk. Like I would need to heft this thing out of the ground, right?
Yeah, but a bit of the rope may help you a bit. Gosh, I'm looking through the whole book for the DC for what size this should be. The extraction.
I'm going like. Oh, go ahead.
I imagine Vesper could be standing on the edge, holding the rope and like pulling it free.
Yeah, so let him get like advantage for trying to get that out.
Okay. Yeah, when I realize that that's the case, I'm gonna like kind of glance up at Arlen and back down at the meteoric shard and say, "It's stuck fast to a large portion of the meteorite. I'll have to retie this to get more leverage so it doesn't break or damage the shard."
Whatever you think is best, yes.
I'll adjust it to tie it more around the base if I can reach it. Like if I could kind of, I do have a shovel for my background as well. I forgot to put that on my character sheet as well. But I might kind of dig away some of the grime and sludge and dirt around the base so I could tie it a little bit more around the solid chunk of iron rather than around the crystal, so that when we pull it, it's not gonna like snap the crystal off.
Okay. How long are you guys planning on working on this? You really want to get this thing out of it now?
Arlen does.
Yeah. And you've kind
Arlen
of
has completely forgot about rats at this point.
Probably like an hour. Like,
yeah, I mean, you guys did
we're
just burn
we're
through
doing it.
2 rooms. So since you guys are working on this, kind of heaving and tugging, I'll have each of you guys roll me a d6 once again.
Yeah, we're kind of in the middle of a rat lair just doing this.
2.
All right. And the other 2. Ooh.
Big no.
All right. So with Fritz pulling and the help action, go ahead and give me a strength check for getting that out. You two working and then what's Dust doing while the two are levering with a shovel and pulling on the rope? What are you doing?
Come on, put your backs into it.
Okay.
He's playing the foreman role.
Yeah.
Um,
So Fritz, go ahead and roll a strength check at advantage as well as.
Can it be athletics?
Yeah, athletics.
Nice.
Yeah, in that first half hour, you guys are definitely struggling with it. And Bernard, let's see what your role is.
Also athletics.
Yes.
12.
You guys are not able to get it in that first hour, and in this position, more ratlings descend upon you.
Shit.
Is it still stuck fast, or did we make any progress?
You've made quite decent progress. You were very close, but you still needed more time. But you didn't quite get that with the sounds you were making. The rattlings kind of scurry back around, and I'll have you guys roll initiative once again. Dun, dun, dun. All right, decent.
Yeah,
roll.
turns out, trying to extract delirium and without clearing the nest first wasn't the best of ideas.
But it was just so shiny.
Yeah, no, I didn't fight it. I played along with it.
Yeah, they all come in screeching. Fritz, your first act.
Okay, pull up my longsword, go 20 feet here, and attack this one. Monster. 24 for 11.
Annihilated.
Okay, I'll move 10 feet up here. I'll action surge and attack this one.
All right.
Very nice.
Action surge.
Miss.
Sadly, a miss.
All right, end turn.
All right.
How much
Alright.
space is on this island?
It's barely that 5x5 square. Like, you kind of have to teeter around it without touching
Gotcha.
the.
These rat fellas over here, do they have slings or ranged weapons, or does it look like they're gonna jump at me?
They're pulling out slings,
What?
whirling them around their heads, and screeching.
Well, I'm still in my long-legged bow need form, so I think I'll just go. Is he right on the edge, or is there any space in front of him that I could land without landing in the sludge?
You could land right on them pretty much.
All right, then standing leap, yeet, and I'm just gonna like boop, bounce right to stop in front of him. And I don't have my claws, but um, I guess I could take out a dagger and try and shank him.
Okay.
22,
Big hit.
6 damage.
Annihilated. With a nice little dagger. Yeah, what does your dagger look like?
It's kind of a weathered thing. I've probably had my daggers for a while, but keep them nice and sharp. It's kind of like an old iron dagger. It's nothing special.
Right.
I've probably pawned it off of someone or took it off a corpse a while ago. I lose them and collect them as I go.
Awesome. Anything else with your turn?
That'll be all.
All right. Dust, seeing yourself surrounded again, what would you like to do? Less surrounded now.
Yeah. At least they're not right next to me. I'll move back, and I'm gonna use Bacterial Barrage on that one there.
That's a hit.
And it's not that one's not wounded yet, right?
Correct.
No, he's not.
Yeah. Okay. So 7 damage.
Nice. Y'all rolling hot. That one's down. Yeah,
Do not
Rattling's
interrupt
only down
us!
5 HP. What happens to that one with your Bacterial Barrage?
Just a fog of kind of like created wannabe haze goes out and just comes around this creature, and it's just isn't able to breathe and just collapses to the ground.
Chokes and dies. Back to them, where this one, seeing their flank fail, is going to attempt to run away. So Bernard, give me a opportunity attack, and let me know if you're planning on chasing.
That's a miss.
That is
I think I'll let him go. I'm pretty isolated right now.
okay.
but I will snarl after him.
Going out of initiative order, what would y'all like to do?
I collect the rat ears.
Okay.
I'll call back
Sigh,
that one of
Arlen.
them escaped.
Probably tell their friends. As much as I want to just grab all this delirium, run. Maybe
We've
we
almost
should.
got it.
Think we should go for it?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Do
These
it.
rats aren't a real threat.
I'm going to spring to the middle, and then I'm going to shapeshift back into my claw form, just in case a rat comes around again. I'll be able to use that instead of my daggers.
Okay.
But I will resume my efforts to extract the mineral.
How would you jump on them to get the claw form?
That's an excellent point. That's an excellent point. You know what? Never mind. I will forget that. I'd like to imagine you make that point, and I'm just like, slowly shapeshift back.
I mean, do you have a big strength score? Are you able to just jump that normally?
I've got a +3 in athletics, but a +1 strength. That makes sense. I don't know what standing leap rules go like.
I forget.
Yeah, I thought it was like 1 foot per your total strength. So like with a 10-foot running start, someone with 20 strength could jump 20 feet. But yeah, so you're keeping your leg form to get a guaranteed landing.
Yeah, I don't want to mess around with the sludge.
Yeah.
So and I put my boots on. I put my boots back on.
Yeah. I won't have you double.
Careful.
There. But yeah, go ahead.
I'll say, Squire, did you collect the rat ears up there?
No, I suppose I didn't. I'll briefly jump back and grab the ears.
Thank you, Squire. Appreciate it.
All right, 1 extra pair of ears.
Yeah, I'll have you guys roll me that double athletics at advantage.
Advantage. 22.
This time.
22.
Nice. With the
Or
double
though and
22s,
think.
you guys get that large chunk. This one. See, as it flies through the air.
With the greatest of ease.
That's good. And Bernard, go ahead and roll me a d6.
4.
This massive chunk breaks into 4 pieces.
Woof.
Damn it!
Worth 100 gold.
Oh,
So much
it's
larger.
not bad actually.
All right, who's carrying it? I imagine, like, we'll put it in a fresh backpack. Yeah, I guess you're the delirium guy. You can carry it.
I'll more than happy to be the one that carries everyone's delirium. I will take that responsibility.
Yeah, I appoint you as chief delirium expert.
I will write down that document later so I can get it in writing. I might need that.
Now, we might have to sell some of this delirium.
Of
How much
course,
do you
of
think
course.
it's worth?
If judging by the pieces that just shattered, we could easily get 100 gold pieces for each of these. If we could,
wow.
if you wouldn't mind, just me holding on to at least one of them, just for research purposes.
I was about to suggest that. Well, I wouldn't want to deprive you of a research of this large of a shard.
I'd appreciate it.
Excellent. And of course, if we do sell it, we'll split the bounty evenly.
Yes, of course. Arlen is just overwhelmed with joy. He's like even though he's in like a mud-filled, corpse-ridden place, he's just smiling widely, looking at this huge 4 huge chunks of delirium that he has here.
Yeah. I imagine you just have a backpack of delirium.
I do. I've got almost 20 chunks of different delirium pieces.
Yeah, you've been rolling good. So there's still the split in this pathway.
Yeah, I'll say, Squire, come back over here. Not to boss you around, but
Boing.
here, and I give you 2 pairs of rat ears.
Very good, sir.
So what are you at? What are we at, 7?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I will revert to my clawed form.
Awesome.
Get a torch back out. I'm going to say I've used a torch.
As you turn around to that other passageway, you are overwhelmed with the scent of feces.
Species?
Yes.
Ew.
Would you like to travel through the feces corridor or attempt to jump over the sludge?
I am going to, Vesper's not squeamish, but he's going to make a perception check, see if it's like a feces monster. 6. I'm looking for any kind of movement or squirming or.
Yeah, it just seems like this is where some distance. This is where the rattlings kind of collect their droppings.
Now, is it like everywhere, all over the floor?
Yeah, it's splattered, piled up.
We're going to have to wash our boots after this. Arlen, do you have magic for that?
Somewhat. I have a cantrip that might work on it.
What about you, Squire? Do you have magic for that? Just trying to get, or Bernard, I should say.
I do, sir. I flourish my hands and show that I have prestidigitation.
Excellent. We definitely will be needing that after we onward, man. Let's walk forward.
As
Squish,
you push
squish, squish.
through, give me a con save. DC 15. All right. You take 4 poison damage as you push through this rankness, just burning
Nasty.
your lungs.
Based on my instincts, would I know that the passages link up here?
Yeah, you could tell when you jumped across.
I think I might make up some excuse about, well, while you guys go that way, I'll scout ahead, and I'll just boing, boing.
Fine.
Jump the other way, not go through the poo.
How much poison damage did you say we take?
4. Half your health.
Arlen's looking real bad right now.
You didn't make a. Oh, you did make a concept.
Oh god.
No,
This is
press on. Let's get out of this sludge.
the worst.
It is the worst. It is the worst. And we have to go back this way.
Oh god. I don't think I'm gonna make it out of here.
Maybe we'll try the other path.
We better find another path.
Well, the passageway continues this way, my lord. We can proceed. I'll let him take the lead.
Do I have second wind? It says I do. I'm going to roll it. Second wind. 9.
Nice.
Back to full. Okay. Second one used. Okay.
As you get up that way, you kind of sense a bit of glow coming from this corridor here. And you see a much larger ratling standing over a cauldron.
Greetings. And I walk forwards.
Of course, this is the one to talk about.
Greetings.
Do you have
at
anything
this
to say for
point,
yourself?
Intruders.
Yes, I'm
Greetings
Vesper
after
Fritz.
burning our young.
Well,
I think
that was an accident.
I think we're past the point of greetings, but I could give you one more chance. If you want to be here as guests, you have to try a bit of our food. It would be
No, thank you.
manners for you to refuse.
I just have one question for you. Do you consider yourself a monster?
Bernard is going to audibly facepalm.
This is what you signed up for. This is it right here. This is our hell.
Let me ask you this. You, shiny being, what do you consider yourself?
A monster slayer.
Well, in that
And
case,
future king of Caspia.
looking at me, do you not see a man? I stand upright.
What?
I use your tools.
That's a good point. Yeah, I was a little bit conflicted on, but your ratlings eat people, so you're more in the monster territory.
Yeah, looking behind him, there's a small pile of what looks to be pilgrim's clothes and a couple of tattered green robes resembling of that of the hooded lanterns.
I have decided you are a monster, and I pull out my longsword. In battle.
That went about as well as I would have expected.
Honestly, it lasted a lot longer than I thought it would. We turned the corner and killed the baby ones, but the giant evil one we decided to talk to.
Bernard tries to cover
Hey,
up
that
his
was an
giggle as a
accident.
cough.
I heard a squeak and I threw it, and I didn't realize they were babies. Anyways, initiative.
I like there's the initiative.
Once again,
That seems right about the right amount of order. Yeah.
yeah, all pretty close. Yeah, after having this short conversation with this thing here and deciding to fight it, how do you approach?
I draw my longsword and I charge up to it, and I attack.
There's the cauldrons right there. I was about to mark it.
Okay.
Yeah, cauldron.
Oh,
Cauldron.
can I use my action to tip the cauldron over onto the ratling?
Woof.
Sure.
Fuck
I'm
him
gonna
up
do
with his
that.
own food.
DC 15 strength or athletics. Awesome.
Gnarly.
Yeah, you knock it over. And how much damage should I do?
D6 points of fire damage?
Yeah. Yeah, you can roll the d6 if you like.
4 damage.
Singes his little flesh as it throws up its little hands and tries to back away from it, but gets hit. The splash of boiling liquid.
Can I get a sense of what was in it? Was it food or potion?
It seemed like it was cooking something up. Some sort of food.
Okay. Did it smell nice?
It smelled like meat. And like puddle water. The mustiness.
Okay.
Not too good ventilation in here.
So I tip it over. Does it scream or anything?
Yeah, it screams. And I'm gonna roll a d6. And it does not mutate.
from that splash. But give me a dex save as the liquid kind of starts to spill back towards you.
3.
All right. You've gained 1 level of contamination as this
Ugh.
disgusting soup soaks into your socks. Roll me a d6. No mutation.
Whew.
But 1 level so far as we're on to dusk.
No, I'm not done yet. I'm going to
Oh,
move
sorry.
here and sort out, and then enter.
Okay. Nah, we're on to dusk.
Dusk is going to cast, believe, Bacterial Barrage on it again. Actually, no. This guy looks pretty tough, right?
Yes. Much larger than the other ratlings you'll have fought so far.
I will spend a spell slot and I will cast Infect.
Ooh.
Make it of a lasting damage. Look, this creature with a magical disease. At the start of each of its turns, must make a Constitution saving throw. The creature takes 1d12 necrotic damage on failed saving throw, or half as much on successful. The target exceeds on 3 of these saves, the spell ends.
Does it happen right away too?
I believe so. Or actually,
It was
no,
the
I
end
think
of
no,
its
not on its turn. Yeah, so at the end of its turn. That is my action. Is I'm gonna put Infect onto it.
Awesome. You're gonna stay where you're at?
Yeah, I'll stay there. Seems like
Alright.
a place. I like it. Cozy.
Sounds good. Anything else with your turn? Then just the spell.
Nope, that'll be it.
All right, on to Bernard.
Alrighty. I'm gonna 25 foot over here. I'm going to slash at the rat. 22.
That's a hit.
5 damage.
Awesome. Decent damage, but it looks unfazed from that scratch. It snarls back at you. Anything else with your turn?
That's it for me. I'm gonna go grab a drink. I'll be right back.
Okay.
After this fight, I'll probably have to get off to go make some dinner.
Yeah, sounds good.
Hey, it feels like we got a full session today. It's nice.
Hell yeah. Yeah. If you guys survive the fight, we'll start with the getting
If we win.
out of the rat nest and back to Emberwood Village will be next session.
I'm back.
All right.
Sorry, is it my go again? Or what's gonna?
No, we're just waiting for you to get back to continue.
Gotcha. So my turn to go?
No.
No, we just
I
I mean, I just
left.
you left.
Gotcha.
Let me see, what spell was I gonna fling at y'all?
Delirium Blast.
Summon greater elemental.
Power word kill.
Wish it to be gone.
Yeah.
Planar
True
shift.
polymorph. True polymorph. Turn me into an awakened shrub for the rest of my life.
No, planar shift. Let's go to the Rakon's realm.
Just steal the DM dice.
Oh damn. Okay.
It has an orb of destruction in its back pocket.
True polymorph. I polymorph you to a creature without arms. Best first one.
Now I'll be both your horse and your square.
I'll say as it sees y'all approaching, it waves its wand around, and out of the dirt and out of the stew, it conjures more ratlings to assist it in the fight.
Oh, great.
That's not how I thought rattlings were made, but that's terrifying. I'm gonna put that in my notes under shit I never wanted to know.
Some of the smaller rats that are like scurrying around just mutate and transform. And you know what? I'm just gonna let's leave it up to fate. Y'all getting lucky. Yeah, and 3 more come out that will act on its turn. And
All I see is more rat ears.
yeah,
That's that.
That's a way to think of it.
I don't think it has to.
Yeah, we got to negotiate a better price.
What was the
One
price you
gold per
negotiated?
pair. One gold per
One
pair
gold.
is what they gave us. Yeah, this is like not even worth it.
I mean, the average person would just have to kill like 2 ratlings a week to survive.
That's true.
But 2 ratlings could kill the average person.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's.
Well, no. Rations are 5 silver in Player's Handbook, so they need what 4 rattling? No, 8 for 4 gold, something like that.
All right, so let's see. We'll do 2 attacks on Fritz.
One hits, and I'll repost the miss.
I say it's actually now that they're grouped up like this, it's pack tactics. So they.
Whoa.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, so 2 hits,
How you doing?
10 damage. Jesus. 10 health left.
Not bad. And on to Bernard. 14 and 22. Is that 1 hit?
One hit.
All right. For also 5 damage.
Oof.
As we move back to Fritz.
Yeah, I'm gonna stab this guy
All right.
to the south. Okay. 14, 4.
That one's barely alive, but much pretty disfigured after a mighty slash.
Can't really do much else. End turn there.
All right. On to Dust.
Oh, did the big one roll for infect?
You're right. Let's see what you get. So was that a con thing?
It's a Constitution save, yes.
Double 16.
So that's 1 pass, and he needs 3, so he takes half damage of a D12,
So
right?
half damage. So just roll it here. So I don't know if you're on up or down, but 4 or 5 damage.
Nice. I'll make it 5. It's starting to look
So thinking strategically, Arlen's thinking take out the leader, perhaps they will run. I'm going to take out the delirium shard again.
Oh.
And I'm going to use cosmic shards all directed onto the leader.
Awesome.
This is the last of that one.
Some combo.
This is my second spell. So it's going to be, let's see, I don't know why I rolled for that, but 1, 2, 3.
Holy. Definitely bloodied now.
Blast back 10 feet against the wall.
You know what? Roll me another 2d4 for the hitting against the wall position.
Cool. All right. Let's see. 2.
Fucked him up.
Damn.
There was a straight line right to him. It's like, let's try this.
So yeah, how does he fall?
Oh,
They have 40 health, and with those first 3 hits, he was at 34, and that 8 definitely brings him over.
I
Nice
love
rolls.
delirium.
Yeah, you do have a level of contamination now, so you'll have to
No, I don't. I
you
used
don't?
my
I just read the first half of that.
yeah. It will all say that, but I had one more amalgamous materials, so I
Awesome.
negate that. If I cast another one, I use the delirium shard. It's used completely, and I take contamination.
What do you
Out
get
of those
up?
for today.
Proficiency bonus per long rest or something of that?
No, I could only get those for long rest. I get those equal to my efficiency.
Yeah, proficiency bonus. So you have 2 per long rest right now.
Yep, I used one in that first fight and one now.
Right.
But this guy basically, as the other ones come up, I see the number 1 target, and I just grab the delirium. 3 of these bolts come off, and kind of like the coyote from Looney Tunes, just makes a giant fucking imprint of where he disappears into the wall.
Hell yeah. Amazing. The other ones still screech and snarl. Anything else with your turn now that you've taken out?
No, I'm pretty good with that. I feel good.
That's fine. Good to know.
Yeah.
Some big damage. All right. On to Bernard.
Okie dokie. I will whirl around, and I think I'm going to. Let me see. Nah, they're so weak. I'm just gonna kill them. Alright, another claw attack. 17 for
Kill them
7.
all.
Annihilated.
Either one, it doesn't matter to me.
Yep.
All right, that's my go.
Sweet. Back to the rats. One attacks back at you, but now no longer has advantage. For an 8. A miss. And then 2 at advantage on Fritz. Oh my.
Oh man!
Oh my.
We don't have
Fuck! I did not access which one was the most dangerous.
double crit. Okay, roll the crits. 4. I'm down.
But not overkilled. No instant death.
Not overkill. No, not overkill. But I'm down.
Dear Lord.
All right. On to Fritz. Give me that death save.
Fail.
Ooh.
I'm thinking of the time I almost drowned with Arlen. That memory's popping up.
Damn. All right. Back to Dust. Seeing your comrade fall. What do you do?
Shit. Those 2 are up. I think Arlen, seeing the situation at hand, is going to use his last spell slot, and I'm going to magnify gravity.
Awesome.
I'm going to do it. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I can't do it. The square. Yeah, I'm going to do it so I can hit both of them.
Sounds good to me.
Let's see. It's a DC 13 with 12.
All right. Just roll for both of them. Both fail. And yeah, 12 damage almost kills them 3 times over. So how does that happen?
Wile E. Coyote style, they disappear in the ground as well. I'm making rat silhouettes all over this room.
Do their ears remain, or are they just completely crushed?
We can get them from the craters afterward.
Okay. Still remaining on to Bernard. Or sorry, anything else with your turn?
No, that'll be it.
All right. Indeed.
Well,
Bernard is
I
is a
guess.
sole survivor.
Yeah, I guess I'll just slap him. 17 for 6.
Annihilated.
I didn't even. I anticipated he would die. I didn't really even
Yeah.
pay him much mind, and I'm already like moving around the tipped over cauldron to see if I can administer to my lord.
All right. Do you have any bonus action things to let you do that, or
No,
just
I'm afraid not.
chef stuff? Okay. So we'll let him roll one more death save before we get out of
Oh,
this
if it's a
room.
1, I die.
Oh, please don't die.
Please
Yeah.
don't die.
That's Drakkenheim, though. Okay, you ready for this?
Ready.
No one, no one, no one. Okay, pass.
Nice. And then from there, I'll let you guys stabilize them. But do you have a way to get him healed up? Or are you going to attempt to rest?
I don't think so. I use my only potion.
Yeah, potions
I
are
don't have anything.
expensive. Shit.
I think we
might-
have to
We've
just
done
wait
enough.
it out.
Yes.
Well, I'm down, so you guys decide.
Oh, we don't have any way to pick him up. Shit. Well, Butler, maybe we get out of here into a building nearby. We can rest up and get him back to consciousness, perhaps.
There was one more passageway we haven't explored yet. It might be a more direct route back to where we came in, or some other way out. I don't fancy bringing him back through the. I wrinkle my
Shit,
nose.
forgot about that.
Precisely.
All right.
Well-
You're a better fighter up close and see in the dark. Why don't you check around the corners and so on? I'll drag him behind us. I'll start trying to. I cannot lift him, I know for sure. So I'm just dragging him through the mud.
All right. So, are you following me, or are you staying here with him?
I will follow behind you slowly as I kind of drag him along.
Gotcha. I'm gonna grab him like, maybe we could. No, yeah, I don't think we could lift him off the ground. I'm not actually that strong. Yeah, I guess that's the best. So if you're dragging him behind us, and I'll just keep creeping forwards and peering around with my dark vision. Do I need to get another torch out? Is it like pitch black? Like my dark vision won't cover it?
I think you guys still had a torch. Fritz
Okay.
just had that last one that you gave him. He didn't throw that one.
Then I will take it up and I will blaze ahead. But I'm keeping close to Arlen so that he can whip around and cantrip something if we need to.
Dragging along.
So, you research delirium?
Started to, yes.
Here it is in high demand at the Amethyst Academy.
Yes. It, they're slowly researching it. Best way to describe it.
And you're new to the city, but you seem so familiar with it. Did you study exports prior to now?
I got my hands on a little bit of it. What my professors would allow and misplaced.
Does the passage open up back into the chamber here?
Yes, from there you see a small rat hole going up at an angle that you, with a bit of light coming, you believe leads you back up to the surface.
I think we might be able to drag him through here if we could stop him through this hole.
Well, let's
That's what
see if
she
we can
said.
make it happen.
I do wonder, though, if we have cleared out all the ratlings down here, it might be safer to rest here. There might be things up above.
If more come back, though, if not all of them were here, we're in trouble.
A very fair point. Together, I imagine we'll just try and haul him up to the surface.
Alright, so you guys do not want to rest down there, and you're going...
Yeah, we'll try and find a
up
place
to the
above.
surface. Okay.
And you didn't collect the ears.
Ah, shoot!
Oh, shit! Should we go back real quick?
No, it's fine. You forgot. It's fine.
I mean, acting in some haste with a fallen comrade.
Worried about you dying.
He wakes up, first thing he says, "Did you get the ears?" What did he say? Oh, shit.
If he asks, we just... we crush them so utterly that there's nothing left. He'll love that.
I like this plan. I'm proud to be a part of it.
Y'all appear back up, breaking through the cellar of another house here. You're inside the house, and outside you can instantly kind of see the shine of some armored figures, each mounted on a horse, kind of patrolling through this area. Kind of pushing some more kindling onto the piles of rattling corpses.
Looks like... can we see any distinguishing colors or anything like that?
One is red, one is blue, and one is more of a black color.
I don't know them. Don't know if they're friendly. Perhaps we don't risk it and just move on. What do you think?
Agreed. More often people here in the city are less than savory.
That makes sense. Alright, we'll try and sneak away from them.
I think that's a good spot to end the session then.
Woo!
With you guys escaping out of there and making the choice to try to sneak away from these. But if you guys are attempting to stealth away, I think we can leave off at a bit more of a cliffhanger and give Bernard and Dust, give me a stealth roll for attempting to sneak away from this group.
Disadvantage because they're dragging a corpse that has shiny metal armor on it.
You be quiet! I just hit him over the head.
Is that disadvantage to you?
I'll do disadvantage for myself since I'm dragging him.
Yeah.
I'll help you now that we're out, because I don't need to light the way or check corners or anything.
You know what? That's not bad. That's not bad for disadvantage.
All right.
Wah, wah, wah.
Let me check their passive perception. Their PP, if you will. Oh. Meets it, beats it. Y'all are somehow able to remain undetected. But we'll leave it there. I'll give you a bit of their conversation as you guys get away and give you some more time to prep for next week. But awesome session, guys. Great role play.
Fucking double
was
crit
nice.
me.
Great.
Even if you straight rolled, it would have been a double crit.
Yeah.
I think we angered them. I thought, oh, good, we got the leader. Now we'll be fine. Immediately, they just go berserk.
Double crit, yeah.
It's like, no, wait, you're supposed to be demoralized.
That's why I let you guys have your mage armor. Because sometimes I do roll crazy.
Dear Lord.
That's also why I love to roll open, because
Yeah.
you guys, we all get to see
I
it at
get
the
you,
same
yeah.
time.
Sometimes it's hard to believe. It's like, there's no way he rolled that many natural 20s. He's fucking with us. No, it's right there. In the writing.
Yeah.
But it
This
also
is
means
the
it's
first
the
time
hard
Vesper
mode.
actually went down. This is the
Yeah.
first time he actually went down.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean, you've made yourself a big target, which is kind of the way you want to play too. You know, defending the squishy mages, or in the last session at least.
You were an admirable meat shield.
Yeah.
That was a good session. I just want to thank everyone, one, for inviting me in. This was a lot of fun. I was looking for a way to get myself back into D&D, and this, I'm so grateful for the opportunity. You guys are great. And two, for your patience for the character creation.
Yeah, of course. I'd rather have you create a character that you actually want than rush together and then have to retcon him out, or just to get a dirty session in. It's not worth it.
Yeah, we didn't need to do double character introductions. Save that for if people die and then we have to start over again. But yeah, again, I like it. I like all the character creation. I'm excited to see what else you come up with. I know you were rushed and also got a bunch of lore dump right on you. I know that can be overwhelming for a lot of people, and it's. I mean, even me, I'm knocking the dust off being a DM again. I don't have the whole book memorized, even though I've read it twice this month.
No, you're doing a good job so far.
And that too. And last time I played Roll20, the whole user interface was different, so I'm just reading what everything looks like.
No, you're doing a good job so far. I can tell
Yeah,
you're really prepared.
Yeah.
You got a lot of content in one session.
Yeah, and also I do like to sit back and just let you guys talk sometimes. Let your imaginations take
Yeah.
it. If you ever want me to describe something, I will do it for you guys.
I am loving the new character, the dynamic. You're so perfect. My squire, yeah.
I'm picturing like a monstrous version of what's his name from Batman, Alfred.
Yeah.
Yes, allow me to dismember my limbs and tear them to pieces, sir.
Will actually bend over backwards.
Yeah.
Yeah, you picked a great voice for him too. You're doing a great job.
Yeah.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Is this a weekly thing?
Yes, weekly at I'll get the hammer time on the Discord, but it's 3 p.m. Eastern Sunday. So that's what 12 Pacific Sunday.
Yeah, that's where your DM here is. I think you guys shared where you're at. Yeah, I'm here at Pacific time. I think you mentioned something about
I'm in Eastern.
Something about Wizards of the Coast. So some of the average like rules I didn't go over. Like we try not to get too political here, except for if it's shitting on Wizards of the Coast, because I also played for years. But this is also like the hope of Magic the Gathering. But yeah, I like it. We could also go over rules and things you don't want to see. If you're, for example, afraid of spiders, I could not put as many spiders in the campaign.
I'm easy. I would say violence against kids, but we already burned the rats. What more can we do?
Rats don't count as people.
No, that's all right. Baby monsters. That's different. But yeah, no. I mean, I don't know sensitivities or anything like that. And honestly, you guys seem fairly mature, so I'm not too worried about anything coming up. But I say that, but I've had a D&D group where I thought, and I'd played with these gentlemen for 5+ years, and I thought, we don't need to have a session 0. We've been doing D&D for so long, whatever. And then it just went bad. But he wrote killing kids into his backstory, and we were all like record scratch, like, I'm sorry, we can't do this. You can't be part of this party anymore. But
Yeah.
yeah, so there are things that'll surprise people. So
Yeah.
that one I just have to throw out there.
You know, say like if you guys for some reason need some like romantic interest in the game, we can play that out too. But of course, we're not doing erotic roleplay here. Anything you do is fading
Right.
like you do on your own team and your own.
That's the big one for me. No ERP.
Yeah.
I think
Damn, I
most
really
people
wanted to
that's
have a
too awkward,
romantic
right?
relationship with Bernard.
Yeah. I mean, you guys
Right.
can go for it. Just
Speak for yourself.
Save the details for not in the game. You can, you guys can get out of the chat and go chat with each other about what you do during the long rest, but just leave us out of it.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no, I played in a game where someone's like, I'm playing a kid that was like a little girl, and then like narrated what they looked like while they like bathed in the stream, and I'm like, no.
Oh no.
No, thank you.
Red flag.
It was a cool Western campaign, and the DM's like, there's a stream, and they're like, my tits, and I'm like, stop, I'm out. It's like that's not adding anything to the game.
I don't think like Vesper. I think he's more of an arranged marriage kind of guy, and he's not really going to pursue any romantic relationships. So
Yeah, I see that.
yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not really hearing like any self masturbation over your own character so far. You guys seem
No.
pretty veteran role players and know how you want to play this game. It also seems like we might lean more towards combat, but there's that kind of equal mix of exploration and roleplay as well. It's a good job for kind of mixing it all together. I'll try to give you guys as much opportunities as we can, and I think the random rolls definitely help with that kind of improv. I did not expect you guys to turn into a shrub this session.
That was pretty.
We demand a shrubbery.
Let's be the mascot. From that on. Well, I like the pacing. It was a good mix of combat, roleplay, exploration, and that's both for player and DM. It takes a certain awareness of where things are going to keep a scene going longer than it should, or to not invest the time into it. So I appreciate.
Yeah, I'm wondering because in the show after you beat the Rat's Nest, they met the Silver Order. So I'm wondering if this is the Silver Order.
I think so. Usually it would all have the same colors if they were a Silver Order. I assumed it would have been like a rival of entry party or, bandits for all we know. But
Yeah, who knows?
with dragging you unconscious, me out of spells, and Bernard, I didn't know how much shit you had left in the tank. It's like, you know what? Maybe we just maybe see what happens.
Honestly, I haven't cast a single spell yet. My main limited resource is that racial transformation where I get the bonus HP and the extra AC, and I can only pop that once per short rest. So that's
You do get 2 spells per short rest. Though.
That's true, but so far I have charm and I have fear, and I fighting Ratman, but it's just faster to kill them rather than manipulate them.
You should have 3 level 1 spells so far.
Oh, that's right. I'm on level 2.
Warlock starts with 2, and then you get 1. So
No, that's right. What is my third one? Oh, because my mage armor's from my Eldritch Invocation. So yeah, I should have another one.
Yeah.
Well, I'll just go shopping then.
Yeah, so actually, I will be nice and remind you guys that the 3 adventurers that you played Kick the Can with were the same colors as these knights in front of you.
Oh, the Dragonborn?
Yeah.
That's right.
Oh, okay.
Little DM knowledge test, but you can't see their faces, so I didn't tell you that.
Oh yeah, we didn't see a picture of them earlier, so.
Yeah, I didn't give you guys tokens last time.
So
I didn't fully expect
it was hard
you guys
to pass that
recognize
one.
that, but from there you guys might give a chance to see if you want to connect with them or sneak away and recover before heading out.
I vote yes, but I'm unconscious, so I don't get a vote.
Yeah. But I guess as of now, you can say you're kind of in like shell shock mode and you're still trying to run away.
Yeah.
Since you've made that choice already, and also for the general plan for next session, are you guys trying to recover Fritz first before making your way out of the city, or are you going to try to drag him all the way?
If we complete a short rest, will he revive from hit die, or how does that work?
I could look up the rules. I was going to maybe let that happen.
I think it's like a D4 hours or something.
Yeah, I think
But I don't know how you want to roll it, because that does make a big difference. Like if it's going to take like 4 hours,
Well, and you are limited
that's a
on
big
your
difference.
short rests for the day. Like how much
We
you
only
can
took
recover.
what
So
did we
you've
take?
taken 2 short rests?
One,
Or
I
just
think.
one?
Just one, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, so just one. So you do have that ability left. You're also... Yeah, you don't have to go straight back on the city map. You don't have to go straight back to Emberwood Village. You can try to recover farther outside, but
Yeah, I think that's the
you are
plan. We'll
already
just
renting
get me
a
back
vehicle
up
somewhere.
and then make our way back to Emerald Village after a short rest.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't really have, a direction besides trying to sell the delirium and trying to. We need to meet the Amos Academy and trying to get a better price